We've been waiting an age. We knew it was on its way. It was just a case of when. We knew the key players. We know the drill. We can join in with weeks of excitement and even get to cast our vote at the end. Yes, the new series of Strictly has been announced. I can't wait. In fact, if only it was going to be that exciting. I mean, Claudia's dresses are to die for, but the next 6 weeks will be entertaining. The political dance floor has been cleared and the two main parties are ready to go. The gloves are off. The campaigning has begun. Rishi Sunak headed for Derbyshire. He's going to go to every part of the UK today. Keir Starmer headed for Kent, gave a bit of a speech down there at Priestfield Stadium. That's the home of Gillingham Football Club. By the way, they finished exactly mid-table. Is that a sign of something? Maybe not. For me, though, the biggest question, I still can't get this out of my head. It's been rattling all yesterday evening and all morning as well. Who was the numpty that allowed the Prime Minister to make this announcement in torrential rain? I mean, it was hazardous out there, right? He looked like he'd come out the wrong end of a water chute. And there was not one person in Westminster that can stop a bloke belting out a 90s D-ream track at 250,000 decibels. Nobody go, mate, you might want to turn that off, mate. It's a bit lively on the ear holes. Regardless, the son of a pharmacist and the son of a toolmaker will go face-to-face on July the 4th. Independence Day, of course, in the US, and me Auntie Maureen's birthday in the UK. What's not to celebrate? But what about those other parties as well? We live in a terrible apocalyptic times, I think is the word I was looking for. You can't move without someone telling us the sky is falling down and net zero is the new religion. Surely, if this stuff is passing the doorstep challenge, the Green Party will be romping home with about 200 MPs, wouldn't they? Don't hold your breath on that. And what of Reform UK? We know they've made some impressive inroads. They make a lot of noise. Will they damage the Tories? But without Nigel Farage, do they have any chance of getting some bums on those green benches? So we're throwing the question out here like this. And by the way, I mean, this is the home of free speech. It's the home of common sense. You know how it works. If you want to throw in any element or tangent to this developing story, the general election, July the 4th, then lines are open for business, okay? It's the only UK sounding board where you will sincerely get that invite. Do it now, 0344 499 1000. On the specific question, is the election a foregone conclusion? Labour is so far ahead in the polls, but of course, go back to Theresa May's fateful election when she was about 20 points ahead in the polls. It was curious, do you remember? Each week it went down a little bit. I thought, well, what's going on here? She's up against Jeremy Corbyn, for goodness sake. I mean, in the name of Marxism, what the hell is happening? And then, of course, it got down to the wire, and I think she was in the worst, only about 4 points ahead. Could something like that happen? That, of course, is what the Conservative Party are hoping for. That I don't think any Tory, if you ask them, and we will speak to Lord Michael Heseltine, we'll speak to Tobias Ellwood, we'll speak to all sorts of people within the bigger picture here this afternoon. Labour MP, we've got the Green Party are coming on, Ben Habib from Reform UK has come on. We are absolutely rammed to the gills at this end. But I mean, if you were to say to most Tories, have you got a chance? I think they would say, if you put a gun to their shins, they would say, no, we haven't. But damage limitation is the order of the day. Could they get a hung parliament? Well, I don't know. Could they get a win? I doubt it. Could they just ensure that Keir Starmer gets a slim majority? Now, that would be the game-changing picture, of course, of the next administration if they came back with, a majority of about 6. That ain't going very far for them.